All right, so this is the first in my Getting to Know Me series. I'm going to start doing these a couple times a month just so I can kind of just, not have to reflect on somebody else's work or do reactions or any of that stuff. I just want sometimes to let you guys know about how I feel, get to know me a little bit, you know what I mean? So today what I'm going to talk about, and this isn't going to be a really long video or anything, but I just want to talk about the 5 reasons um, why I love Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. The number one reason is food, food, and more food. I love food. You get all these different dishes that you only get once a year. I mean, you know what I mean? You get them once a year. Like my aunt used to make these little, you remember those little chocolate cookies? They had my Aunt Rachel, little chocolate cookies. They were not that big, not that big a cookie, but they had a big giant Hershey's Kiss right in the middle. I love those. I love those. She used to also make this thing called yak. It was like a hot thing with noodles in it and chicken and stuff, and it was so good. Just people, everybody in my family, they just cook like crazy. And my grandmother was pies and pies and pies on both sides. Grandmothers on both sides. Pie. You have like 50 pies every Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? So I just love food, food, food. I love it. I love it. I love it. And for about 6 months now, I have been. I don't know if you would call me a true vegan or a true vegetarian because I'm not sure about the definition of those. I'm a little bit sticky on those. But I am a person who does not eat meat or anything that comes from an animal, except every now and then I do partake with cheese on something. Like I'll eat, if I'm out with someone and the only thing available is pizza, I'll eat a cheese pizza or have pizza with cheese and vegetables on it or something like that. You know what I mean? And I won't put meat on it. But it's hard sometimes when you're out. It's hard to go out with someone and visit and all of that, and then sit there and not eat because there's nothing there that's not that doesn't come from an animal. So you have to kind of sometimes you just have to just go with the flow. So sometimes I'll eat cheese on things and so but anyway, the food is great. Second thing is leftovers. Now I don't cook on Thanksgiving. I'm just going to be honest. I don't cook. I go from house to house to house to house. All my family, they say come over and eat. You don't have to bring anything, just come and eat. And I go and eat. And then what I do is, and this is what happens almost everywhere I go, take a plate. I'm gonna have so many leftovers. You just need to just take a couple plates and fill them up with stuff and take them home. And that's what happens everywhere I go. So I bring all this stuff home, which I'm happy to do. I bring it all home, and then I'm sitting there and I'm like grubbing for 3, 4 days. So I just love that I can just do that and not have to worry about cooking for 3 or 4 days. Have different things. And since I don't eat meat anymore, and things like meat and cheese and sour cream and milk and anything comes from an animal, side dishes at Thanksgiving time are off. There's like a million of them, so I could take, you can have 12 different, 15 different side dishes and take them all home and have all that different stuff. Now I'm gonna have my mac and cheese. I got to have my mac and cheese, even though I said I don't eat cheese very often. Mac and cheese, gotta have it. So that was number two. Number three is family. You get to see family that you haven't seen. Like sometimes there's family that I see once a year, Thanksgiving, or twice a year, Thanksgiving. My grandmother just turned 101 this year. So there's people, we have a birthday party for her every year. And so my family comes for that just about every year. So I see them then, and then I see them at Thanksgiving. And then some of them I haven't seen in years, but for a lot of them, I see them a couple times a year. And Thanksgiving is one of them. So it's nice to be able to see them, see how they're doing, give them a hug, exchange phone numbers. If phone numbers have changed, or somebody gets a new email address, we can get their email address so we can get in touch with them, or we can include them in our Facebook and all of that kind of stuff. So that's awesome that we can get in touch and that kind of thing. And I just love family. Um, Number four is kind of just reflecting on what you're really thankful for. Like most times all year long, you don't think about you have your health. You don't think about you got a great job. You don't think about, I don't think about I have a nice apartment to live in. Don't think about all that stuff. Here I am, still kicking it in this world. I'm not sick. I have my health. I have a job. I have money. I have apartment. I have a car that's paid for. I don't think about all that stuff. And then at Thanksgiving time, you're almost forced to think about that stuff and to kind of reach out and help others that are not as fortunate as you. I'm not sure why this holiday and Christmas and Hanukkah and things like that bring that out of people, but I'm so glad it does. My dad used to say, the one thing he really likes about Christmas, and Hanukkah and all the different holidays, Thanksgiving and all of that, he used to say the one thing that I like about that, because he hated the fact that people went out and spent all that money and people ate so much food and all of that until they burst, and it was just overindulgence and all that. He hated all that stuff, but he said the one thing is that people will actually try to help other people. So forget all the rest of the months, January through October. No one cares about anybody. But in November and December, those are the 2 months, and people get in that holiday spirit, and they want to help people. They really love to help people. Um, so so that's one thing, to be thankful and to be helpful to other people. And the last one, number 5, is every job I've ever had. If I work on Thanksgiving Day, I usually either got time and a half or double time and a half. Money, 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 more money, more money. So if you work on those holidays, Christmas, um, all those different holidays, you get that extra money, and that's awesome. All of us like money. I'm not going to lie, I prefer not to work on that day. I prefer not to work on Thanksgiving. Um, but if you have to, at least you're getting compensated for it. You're getting that extra money, so that's always good too. So, but yeah, that was just my take on why I like Thanksgiving, why I love Thanksgiving, and so if you agree, you can put a comment down there. If you disagree, you can put a comment down there. That's one thing about me. I don't mind if someone disagrees with me, or because sometimes you can teach me a different way of thinking about something. I may have something in my mind, and you may say something or comment, and I might think, "Oh, I never thought of it that way." You know what I mean? So it's so don't even hesitate if you disagree. I mean, don't be mean about it. Don't be, call me names or anything like that. But if you disagree, disagree. Please do, because sometimes it helps me think about things in a different light. So I appreciate that. So if you like my videos, go ahead and comment, subscribe, like, share, all of that stuff, and then I'll see you on the next video.